Imagine that aging is not a verdict, but a script that can be rewritten. Not through miracle remedies and not through endless restrictions, but through specific actions that daily either accelerate the wear and tear of the body or slow it down. Robert Duggan is a man who chose the second path. In a couple of months, he's 60 years old, but his appearance and energy levels are out of line with the usual logic of age. And if you carefully analyze his lifestyle, it becomes clear. It's not about genetics or luck. This is a system where every habit works for one thing: to keep the body strong, resilient, and truly alive. Today you will learn about this simple but incredibly effective system. Therefore, watch it to the end. It will be very interesting and useful. So let's get started. Let's start with the basics. Movement. Robert trains every day. Not out of guilt, not for show, but because movement is a basic state for him, like breathing. Regular physical activity is one of the most powerful tools to slow down aging. When you move, your body activates processes that literally renew you from the inside out. Blood circulation improves, cells receive more oxygen, and metabolism accelerates. But the most important thing is that the body begins to cope better with inflammation, and chronic inflammation is one of the main factors of aging. Daily workouts are not about exhaustion. It's about a constant signal to the body: we're still needed, get to work. When muscles are stressed, they not only persist, but also affect the hormonal system. Insulin sensitivity increases, blood sugar levels stabilize, and this is directly related to energy, skin condition, and even mental clarity. The body stops aging by inertia and begins to adapt to the load, remaining functional. A special place in Robert's workouts is occupied by dumbbells, and this is not accidental. Strength training is literally the foundation of youth. When you work with weights, you stimulate the growth of muscle tissue. And muscles are not just about strength and appearance. This is your metabolic reserve. The more muscle mass you have, the more actively your body uses energy, and the more stable your internal systems are. Dumbbell workouts help maintain bone density, which is especially important as you age. They improve coordination, balance, and reduce the risk of injury. But there is also a less obvious effect. Strength training triggers the production of growth factors that are involved in tissue repair. This means that the body doesn't just wear out more slowly, it recovers more actively. Another important element of its system is hardening. Robert regularly swims in cold water and trains in the cold. At first glance, this seems extreme, but in fact it is one of the most effective ways to restart the body. Cold is stressful, but it's manageable, and it is this kind of stress that makes us stronger. When the body encounters cold, the sympathetic nervous system is activated. The production of norepinephrine increases, a hormone that improves concentration, increases energy levels, and even affects mood. Cold also stimulates the work of brown fat, a special type of tissue that burns calories to generate heat. This is directly related to metabolism and the body's ability to stay young at the metabolic level. Hardening strengthens blood vessels. They become more elastic and respond better to temperature changes, which reduces the strain on the heart. In addition, regular exposure to cold trains the immune system. The body becomes more resistant to infections and recovers faster after exertion. But it's not just the physiological effect that's important. Tempering forms a special type of thinking. You learn not to avoid discomfort, but to use it. This changes the attitude towards stress in general. And it is this adaptability that is one of the key factors of longevity. Another principle that Robert actively uses is time in the sun. In the modern world, the sun is often perceived as a threat, but in moderation, it is a powerful source of health. When exposed to sunlight, the body produces vitamin D, which plays a key role in the immune system, bone health, and even mood. The sun also regulates circadian rhythms. When you regularly receive natural light, your body better understands when to be active and when to rest. This improves the quality of sleep, and sleep is the main recovery process. Without it, it is impossible to talk about youth or longevity. In addition, sunlight affects the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter associated with a sense of well-being. This means that regular exposure to the sun makes you not only physically healthier, but also emotionally stable. And the mental state directly affects the body. It is important to understand that none of these elements work in isolation. Robert's secret is not that he does one thing, but how he combines all these practices. Movement enhances the hardening effect. Hardening improves recovery after training. The sun supports hormonal balance and sleep quality. All this together creates a system in which the body does not just hold on, but develops. That's why he looks younger, not because it fights aging, but because it creates conditions in which the body does not go into aging mode. He's not looking for shortcuts. He relies on fundamental things: movement, adaptation, recovery. The main conclusion here is simple but not obvious. Youth is not an accident or a genetic lottery. This is the result of the environment you live in every day. And the sooner you start creating this environment, the longer your body will respond with energy, strength, and clarity. Robert Duggan is no exception. This is an example of what happens when a person consistently does the right thing for a long time. And perhaps the most valuable thing in his story is not his specific habits, but his approach. He's not looking for easy solutions. He builds a system that works for him every day. Robert proves to each of us that appearance and health are things that we can influence if we just make an effort. His self-control is amazing and makes anyone who finds out about this man admire. From his story, we can understand how much sport can affect our lives, make us fit, young and healthy, as well as not lose the desire to live and acquire a habit that will bring not only benefits, but also joy. Eventually, each of us can pull ourselves together and start changing our lives for the better. You just have to want it. Friends, what do you think about this man? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with someone who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend that you watch this video that is currently appearing on your screen.